for the first games I watched. So.
And you just had one.
Well, no, the Micah Parsons is a beer and a shot, so I had a beer and a shot. And of course, Evan Williams got a big play, so I had a beer for Evan Williams as well. So.
Right.
Maybe two beers, one shot.
All right. Anything else you want to report?
No, that's it for me.
So you kept it to just 2 beers and a shot
on Sunday.
You are full of crap.
No, I had more on Friday.
Okay, so you didn't have any more than 2 beers and a shot yesterday.
That is correct. Absolutely. Yep, stuck into that. Couple non-alcoholic beers too, but that doesn't count.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, if you say so, whatever you say. Anybody else, Lorraine? You got anything to report? Any issues from the weekend?
Oh no, I had the best weekend.
Why?
Just good times. Oh, I didn't get to go to the Chris Brown concert. That's kind of an IR, right? Planning it for 2 months, learn a bunch of dances, didn't get to go.
What kept you from going?
My friend, she always gets free tickets, and literally the day of, she's like, my plug did not come through, so plugless.
Oh no!
What a bummer. No.
Yeah, so instead I just listened to Chris Brown songs in my house and drank a bottle of wine.
There you go. To yourself.
Yeah, nice.
Saved probably $250 doing that route.
Yeah, there you go. So that's that's the way to go. I don't really have anything. I got
you never really do.
No.
If we're being honest. Yeah.
It doesn't. It just doesn't seem like it's all that exciting.
Yeah. Well, I get that. I as you can hear and have had to deal with and listen to, and I apologize for this. I've been dealing with just kind of like not having a voice, and I probably need to take time off, but I get chastised by LeVar and Jonas, so I won't. So you have to deal with it for the rest of this week, probably before it somehow heals up. But anyway, I have no voice. I got through Saturday's show, and then I had to do this. Like, I work with an Irish whiskey called Teeling, and so then I had to go to like other bars for like watch party before the actual Notre Dame game. So imagine how great I sounded Saturday night. I had nothing. I had nothing left to even make a sound with my voice.
So.
I honestly thought I wasn't going to be able to do the show today. I was like, there's no way this will recover.
Yeah, but you fought through.
Sure.
Persevering. Yeah. Hey, it's Jonas Knox, and Express Employment Professionals makes hiring easy. Forget about posting jobs, sifting through resumes, being ghosted, and interviews with unqualified applicants. Move up to the pros with ExpressPros.com. With Express, you can lower contingent labor costs and reduce turnover. Every day, Express recruits and screens a variety of workers in your area, so when it's time to hire, they have the talent you need ready to go to work. When you're ready to improve your hiring efficiency, choose Express. Go to ExpressPros.com to find the location near you. That's ExpressPros.com.
When your reputation's on the line, you don't leave anything to chance, especially your primer. Painters trust Kills primers for a smooth start, strong adhesion, and serious stain-blocking power. And now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same-day or next-day delivery, or order online and pick up in-store. Kills primers. Pro results faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
We do have some slow traffic. 290 westbound between FM 973 and Greg Maynard Road. About a 32-minute delay right there. Some more stop traffic. 35 northbound between Onion Creek Parkway and William Cannon Drive. That's about a 10-minute setback right there. Accident cleared out. 35 southbound right before County Road 145. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
At In-N-Out, we like to think of ourselves as the vintage muscle car of burgers. After all, both are handcrafted, made with an appreciation for every detail. One with the finest materials, the other with the freshest ingredients. And seeing either one brings a smile to your face. Muscle cars and double doubles are all American classics, and both are gone in seconds.
Shop simple. It doesn't get any easier. You're looking for a new Ford. You don't have time to spend hours at the dealership. You're busy. So, Leaf Johnson Ford has made it simple. Pick yours at leafjohnsonford.com. We can bring it to you for a home test drive. Once you determine it's perfect, you can arrange financing, value your trade, and sign all your paperwork digitally. Then simply tell us where and when you want to take delivery. Leaf Johnson Ford. Leaf Johnson Ford has made buying a new Ford simple.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya guselkumab may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic, made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by iHeartRadio, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
From the unofficial Fox Sports Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app. It's the Morning Kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Manning, a clap of the hands, has the snap, hands to Gibson, pulls it back in, and he'll jog it in the end zone for a touchdown. Manning from the gun on 1st and goal. Arch with the snap, looks to throw, still looks, he'll tuck it in and run. Manning, touchdown, Texas! Manning off the left hash at the UTEP 4-yard line on 1st and goal, pulls it back, fires it to the right, touchdown, Ryan Wingo, his first touchdown catch of the season. And now they'll put down the knee, and that'll be that. That'll be the final play of this football game. Now, Longhorns get the win. They are now 2-1 and have one more game remaining on this homestand before they open SEC play on Saturday, October 4th in Gainesville, Florida against the Florida Gators. But they win it this afternoon. The final score, Texas Longhorns 27, UTEP Miners 10.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas.
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Longhorns Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone. Texas wins, but it wasn't pretty. What does Texas need to do to get this thing cleaned up? The Cowboys get Shotty his first dub, but they also make a deal right after the game. Cincinnati stubs its toe for the season, and SEC contenders showing who they really are. Big punches leads to championships. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And of course, we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to leave a voicemail and get a chance to win a pair of tickets today to go see Alice Cooper and Judas Priest, all you have to do is leave us a message on the new and improved iHeartRadio app by using that talkback feature. You get it, we get it done, and it's time to roll. As we open with the show, you heard all the scoring. You heard the conversations with Craig Way, Roger Wallace, and Will Matthews. We are your home of Texas athletics and Texas football all season long. Texas wins the ball game 27-10, but there's a lot to be desired when it comes to these games with this Texas Longhorns. As you heard, it will be coming up this weekend against Sam Houston. It'll be the last non-conference game at home before we get into SEC play, October the 4th. Texas plays this weekend against Sam, bye week, and then they're on the road in Gainesville. But Mark, there's a lot that needs to be cleaned up with this football team.
Hardge, I think not only is there a lot to be cleaned up, there's a lot of defining that needs to happen because obviously Hardge feels like he's got to throw the ball super hard or he is not making his decision fast enough and he's making a last-second decision, which you can't do. And there's been so many quarterbacks, and I don't see nothing wrong with it. So many quarterbacks that go to the line, they get ready for the snap, and then they look at the sideline. And then they tell them whatever the signal, throw to the slant, throw to the out, let's take a stab at it. They have the signals for it. I think Arch needs a directive. He needs direction on where he should go. Until he can do it himself, he needs to have that happen for him. Because he's gripping it. You know what I mean by gripping it. Like I threw a pitch out the other day, and I wasn't exactly proud of my pitch. I wasn't. Listen, man, I threw out for the Fresno Grizzlies, and I got it across the plate, but it was the dude had to reach to the middle of the plate to get my ball. I wanted to throw it in there hard, and I gripped it. Yep. Tried to throw it too hard. That's what Archer's doing. He's got to relax. He's got to let it fly. I went back and watched the game. They played it on ESPNU yesterday.
Yep.
And I'm watching the game over again. And he made the right reads, but he just gripping it. He's trying to throw it, rocket it in there. Like put the ball out in front of the guy slowly, like calmly. I don't know how do you fix that because I'm not a quarterback coach, but Steve Sarkisian is. So I have faith that he's going to fix it, but he's got to fix it fast. He's only got 2 weeks to do it.
Yeah. There's a lot that needs to be cleaned up whenever this starts to happen. And one of the biggest things for me, as somebody that did play quarterback, I look at him a little bit and say his timing is off. His indecisiveness of he sees the guy open, but he's waiting too long. Coach Sark talked about how when the offense is flowing, you're throwing to the window. You're not throwing to the guy.
Right.
He's doing what Coach Sark is not asking him to do, and that is throwing to the guy. Throw to the spot and let the guy go get it. And he's overthrown some guys this season already. There's a bunch of times he should probably throw the ball a little bit flatter, but he's throwing so much arch onto it, no pun intended, but he's still got to make sure that he's precise. Look, kid he's, as they say, drinking through a fire hose right now. But as a third-year quarterback in the system that you have been trained in for 3 years, it should not look as clunky. Now, the teams that we're playing against, Texas is playing against, I get it. They've probably seen some things on film. There's some things that they have noticed, but we cannot deny the fact that Texas has struggled on opening drives. still with penalties. They did cut them in half. They went from 12 to 7 this week, so that's a plus. But you still have to be cohesive and quick with your decisions. Yes, he had to make an adjustment. Coach Sark said, I had to make an adjustment with C.J. Baxter going out. And from what we heard, folks, it's about a hamstring injury. We'll find out more today, because right here is where you can hear the Longhorn Coach Sarkisian's weekly press conference starting at 11 o'clock with myself, Craig Way, and Cam Parker. But then you can also hear Coach Sark at 11:30. But I want you to hear the opening statement, because he understands too, like, man, could have lost, but we didn't. So let's enjoy this win.
Alrighty. It's always good to win. I'll start with that, right? It could be worse. We could lose. I think a couple things. One, our defense was fantastic again. They continue to play a style and a brand of football defensively that is definitely winning football. Again, they negated really the explosive plays maybe there until the end, eliminated the run, created turnovers. Jelani had a great game. Anthony Hill, Hero Canoe. A lot of guys played really well on that side of the ball. Offensively, losing CJ the first play of the game kind of forced some other guys into action quicker, which the end result was probably a positive for us, that we got to see more of Christian, more of Jarek, and then obviously more of James Simon of what they could do. And I thought our ability to run the football was good tonight. Obviously we just couldn't find the rhythm in the passing game the way we would have liked. It's coming off of last week where we were creating the explosive plays in the passing game. Tonight we couldn't create those explosive plays, or today we couldn't create those explosive plays. And how it played out was we were putting ourselves into makeable third downs and makeable fourth downs, and we didn't convert them. I think we were 0 for our first 5 on third down and 0 for our first 3 on fourth down, which kind of took the wind out of our sails a little bit. It felt like almost out of the stadium. And so we've got to do our part. I thought our fans were great today. They came ready to go. And I thought our team was excited to play. We didn't do our great job offensively of keeping that energy in the stadium and taking advantage of some opportunities, which we're going to need to do. But as I've said before, we're not a finished product. We'll continue to work at it. We'll continue to get better. And we've got another opportunity next week to do that at home. So we're looking forward to that.
Well, the interesting part about that conversation when he talked about the fans, he said, they brought the energy, but they also were not happy at one point in the ball game after consecutive incompletions, 10 of them. Yeah, they were not very happy.
Well, we just got to get a little rhythm at quarterback. I told Arch before the season, you've never really been a quarterback until they boo you. He got booed in the first half. Now he can start playing.
That one could have been picked off. And this offense will head back to the bench, and Texas will have to punt it away.
Yeah, they were not happy at all.
Hey, listen, man, I heard the Boo Birds, and I was like, uh-oh. Because remember last year we said that there's going to be a day where he's going to throw an interception and cost them a loss.
Yep.
That he's going to fumble the ball. That he's gonna have a day like he did Saturday.
Yep.
And then what's gonna happen? How is he gonna be able to bounce back from that is gonna be real indicative of how we see him in the future. Because you got to learn quick, and at quarterback, you got to have a short memory.
You definitely have to. Have
and hopefully, Coach Sark is in his head right now and is like, "Listen, man, now you're a quarterback. Welcome."
Yeah.
Now we can go back and play, just like you just said.
Well, and that's one of the things, too, that Arch is looking
I ain't
at.
gave up on him yet.
You can't. Coming up in the next segment, one of the biggest stories that is out there is about Arch and his mechanics. How do these things happen so fast? We'll have the Hard Knocks Life, and there was a big fight that happened on Saturday night. And let me just tell you, a bell was rung multiple times. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The voice of the Horns, Craig Way on 1300 The Zone, weekdays at 2.
The ultimate celebration of music.
Our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is happening this Friday and Saturday.
live in Las Vegas at T-Mobile Arena. 16 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
And listen live on the free iHeartRadio app.
This Friday and Saturday night, starting at 9:30.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Listen to something authentically Austin, the JB and Sandy podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
We do have an accident in the Travis area, blocking the left lane, 35 southbound at Runberg Lane. Also, we have a traffic light that's not working, 290 at Greg Maynard Road. So be careful right there. Stop and go traffic, 35 northbound between Onion Creek Parkway and William Cannon Drive. It's about a 13-minute delay there. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Texas took care of business in Austin, knocking off UTEP 27-10. It wasn't always pretty, but it was enough to move the Longhorns to 2-1 on the season. Arch Manning had his struggles through the air, just 114 yards passing with an interception. But he made plays when Texas needed it the most. Manning punched in 2 rushing touchdowns, one early and another one just before the half, giving the Horns control. The second half belonged to the defense and the special teams as Texas forced turnovers, bottled up the Miners' offense, and tacked on a pair of field goals before Manning finally connected on his long passing touchdown to seal the game. UTEP managed to score late, but it was too little, too late. Final score, Texas 27, UTEP 10. The Horns win ugly, but a win is a win, and now they look to take on Sam Houston State Saturday, 7 p.m. This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Hey there, local business owner. Ready to make some more money? Whether you own an auto shop or a dinner spot, Valpak Direct Marketing can help you do just that. All bells and whistles are included, so you advertise when and where it counts to reach new customers that spend more. Measurable results, proven reach, zero guesswork. That's Valpak. Visit valpak.com/advertise to see if you qualify for a free mailing. That's VALPAK.com/advertise. Let's grow.
iHeart presents Police coming straight from the underground. Ice Cube bringing truth to power. You know how we do. Featuring 4 decades of attitude, a musical production like he's never done before. Taking the stage at Moody Center, October 16th. Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour. 4 decades of attitude. Homies got shot. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Hey, Texas fans, Craig Way here. It's time to kick off your deck project with TimberTech. A real decking all-star, TimberTech is the #1 brand in premium decking. It delivers real wood looks without the costly maintenance, and it will never rot, warp, splinter, or peel. Plus, with industry-leading warranties, you know your deck will perform at the top of its game season after season. Take a look, and you'll be hooked. Order free samples online at timbertech.com.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Endless summer savings are in full swing at Maxwell Ford. Nothing says summer like cruising in a new Ford Bronco. Or turn up the volume on value with a new Ford F-150. Now you can lease either for just $447 a month for 36 months with 0 down. It's endless summer savings at Maxwell Ford with no hidden fees or dealer add-ons. Maxwell Ford, honest pricing on the vehicles you want. Visit maxwellford.com today.
We're live at Specs, where elite snack strategies are unfolding. This shopper just dove headfirst into the cheese section, barreling through the brie like he's got something to prove. Now he's eyeing that top shelf tequila. Does he have it? He does! Unbelievable! Specs selection, flawless. Specs savings, unstoppable. He's loading the cart like a man possessed. And it all started at Specs. Cheers to savings.
Texas football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 Zone. The next segment, we will have the Hard Knocks Life, where I will deep dive into this Texas football team. We'll also hurt some other players as well. Right now, we're going to continue the conversation because Texas gets the victory 27-10 over the UTEP Miners. UTEP came in thinking that, hey, we're going to fight, and that's exactly what they did. You got to give a lot of credit to what you saw. We can say Texas this, Texas that, but UTEP came in with a game plan. One of the biggest things that I noticed about that game was their time of possession. They kept going slow to the line of scrimmage. They weren't playing in a fast-paced type of deal. They wanted to keep the game, control the clock, and see how much time they can run off, because the best way to stop a team like Texas that wants to get it going is to slow the game down, take your time getting to the line of scrimmage, running the plays later in the play clock, and it makes the time go away and lessens their possessions. But you start to look at this Texas football team, and going in to the game, we were talking about what we wanted to see. Keys to the game, your hype train, everything that we were talking about on Bevo Boulevard. Well, one of the things that I was talking about was making sure that they cut down the penalties, and that's exactly what they did. They kept the penalties down. They went from 12 last week to 7 for 78 this week. Now, that's an improvement. It's still a lot.
It's still a lot.
But you can get away with that. You start to look at the people that were getting the football. Unfortunately, C.J. Baxter comes out. And then all of a sudden I said, are we going to see James Simon? We did see James Simon, the young running back, rush 17 times for 67 yards with 3.9 yards per carry. Jared Gibson, you wanted to see Baby Rhino. You got a chance to see Baby Rhino. He had 18 carries in the ball game for 64 yards. Arch ran the ball 9 for 52. Christian Clark catching the ball out of the backfield, being able to run out of the at the running back position. And there's a lot to be desired on the running game. Then you look at the passing game. You got pass receptions. Even though there was only 11, there were only 11 completions in the ball game for 114, 11 for 25 with 10 consecutive incompletions.
Yeah, it was pretty scary. It looked like the worst. It looked like the worst horror movie I ever saw.
I'm like, oh my goodness, can you hit anybody? Even the flare routes, he was throwing it over their heads and out of bounds.
I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, you're not tanking, are you? Not hard. My hype train was about the running backs and what they were going to be able to do versus this team. And of course, C.J. Baxter went out, but James Simon was one of those that, hopefully we'll be able to see James Simon, and we did. And I'm going to tell you, James Simon is a decisive, quick step running back. He makes a decision, hits it really hard. He reminds me, you remember Rod Walker?
Yeah.
Rod Walker had the little choppy steps, but when he made his decision, those choppy steps turned to power because he had contact with the ground. That's who James Simon is. He's a contact with the ground runner, and it's deceptive too. You think, oh, I'm finna tackle him, but he's so close to the ground and got so much power that he'll run through your tackle. He's very impressive for a freshman running back.
Yeah, he's a powerful guy. Like I asked Eric Henry of Horns 247, said he thinks he's one of the fastest guys. He's like, man, I think everybody on this team think they're some fast guys, but we got a chance to watch him, and that bodes well for this football team because now you're accumulating depth. You're getting an opportunity for some of these guys to get a chance to play like a Jared Gibson, like a James Simon, Christian Clark, guys that you need to have ready.
Right.
Now you look at Trey Wisner, he gets one more week to get better. So he'll be the bell cow coming up, and you get to see what happens, to see how long. As I said, we'll hear from Coach Sark today to find out what the expectation is for C.J. Baxter.
And you know what you have in the cabinet.
Yep.
It's hard to make a meal and you don't know what groceries you have to make them with. They know that Baby Rhino can get it done. They know that Christian Clark can get it done. Now they know James Simon can get it done. So even without a Baxter for a couple of weeks, I think that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to hear Coach Sark today talk about what grade of strain it was for Baxter, because that'll determine on how many weeks he's going to be out. I actually tore my hamstring before, and I talked about that before last year. And when I tore it, I was out for 6 weeks. So it'll be under 6 weeks, but depending on what that grade is, we should know this afternoon how many games he's going to miss.
Texas rushed the ball 56 times for 226 yards, but 42 of those carries came from freshman and sophomore running backs. So that is something to actually.
That's a plus.
Actually, that is really doggone good for them to be able to do that.
And Arch is not a old wily veteran, and he had what, 51 yards?
Yeah, 51 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. So we'll see what ends up happening. But one of the biggest things that everybody's talking about is Arch. What is he seeing? How's this going down? And Coach Sark talked about Arch.
Yeah, you're always evaluating. You're always kind of feeling the flow of the game as a coach, as a play caller, as an offensive staff, and then you try to get back to some things that he really likes that we've talked about all week long, and that we talked about Friday. That hey, I really like this. And then when that's not really hitting the way we want, then I'm always kind of in my back pocket have this idea of I need to let him run. And I need to let him run around. I need to let him start playing football. But I felt like he pressed some tonight. He knew he was missing some throws that I think he's comfortable making. And then, you start, skipping reads and scrambling and relying on his legs too much. And that's always my caution, is that when you have a little success with your legs, then you start to rely on your legs, and then we're out of scheme, and now we're just playing athlete football. And athlete football can get you so far, but sooner or later that catches up with you too. And so we've got to get back to believing in the scheme, and believing in the guys around us, and whether they're blocking for us or catching for us or whatever that is, to give us the best chance to be successful long term. This reminds me a lot of the Wyoming game here a couple years ago, where the passing game kind of struggled. We kind of leaned into the run game with Jonathan Brooks that night, and I think we hit kind of a quick read to Xavier for a touchdown, and we really didn't do much that night in the passing game. And there was a real level of frustration, but we righted the ship that season as well. And we'll right the ship now. We've got really good coaches. We got really good players. And we're going to need all of our team to have the type of season that we want to have. And we've got facets of it that are performing really good. Defensively, I love the fact that we got the return game going in special teams. And we were running the ball a little better. I think there's more yards out there to get more yards in the run game. But we got to find a level of consistency on offense with all 11 players down after down. That's the standard around here, and we're just not performing to the standard as we're accustomed to.
And that is the thing that continues to be the buzz around college football. Texas dropped from number 7 to number 8 in the AP poll. It's worrisome because you expected the offense to be a little bit further along. That's us coming in. You're a preseason number 1 ranked team in the country. You got all the hype around you. And I've said this before, and I'm going to continue to say it. As media members, you build people up to tear them down. It's not intentional. It's just the way it goes. When as my boy Sean Adams, RIP, used to say, your slip is showing. And right now, the slip is showing for the University of Texas, and it's all about the inconsistencies of how this team is preparing. We talked about pre-snap penalties. Maybe this is why Sark was bringing it up so much. He can't do some of the things that he needed to do or felt comfortable doing as of yet. It's going to be interesting to see where Texas is in 3 weeks. And the reason why I say 3 weeks, because you got this week, you got next week is the bye, And then you go to Florida, to Gainesville, and see what that is going to be. They're reeling themselves. Florida is a reeling team right now. But what is the expectations when you show up in the swamp and go on the road for an SEC matchup?
Well, DJ Lagway threw, what, 4 interceptions?
5.
Yeah. He scrambled a lot, Hardge, and that's not good against Texas defense.
I hear you.
So
what is our offense going to do? Because this is an
even if they had a poor performance passing like they did this week, if they run the ball like they did this week, they'll still beat them. Like it's simple math. But what are you going to do afterwards? Because Oklahoma is playing well. Vanderbilt is playing well.
Yeah, the SEC is
the
different.
SEC is the SEC. Georgia is not Georgia. They struggle with Tennessee, but they won.
They scored 45 points.
And they scored 45 points.
I mean,
so there you go.
When you're putting up points, and that was an SEC matchup. So that was a battle. So you start looking at all of these teams and where you are as a team and a unit. How good do you feel? We'll see. It's a new week. Dawn of a new day, as they like to say. We shall see. Coming up next, we'll have the Hardge Knocks Life, where I'll do a deeper dive and get to hear from some of the other players when it comes to this offense. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Good news, an accident cleared out. 35 southbound at Runberg Lane. Stop and go traffic back from Tech Ridge Boulevard. Still about a 4-minute delay in the area. Okay, we do have some stop and go traffic. Listen to this. 290 westbound between FM 973 and Greg Maynard Road. It's about a 39-minute delay right there. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places to take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/credit card.
Not every Texas fan makes it into the stadium. Some of us turn the living room into the loudest section in Texas. Big screen, surround sound, and a fridge full of Bud Light. No matter where you watch, you're a part of the team. So celebrate every first down, every touchdown, and every sip of the official domestic beer of Texas football. It's Bud Light, and it's easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, everybody. Cody Johnson here. When I'm up on stage, everybody plays an important part. But there's one more thing that makes for a great performance. My Wrangler Cody Johnson collection. It's stylish, comfortable, iconic Western wear with an authenticity that cowboys will appreciate. The Wrangler Cody Johnson collection? Hey, you gotta love the sound of that. Wrangler. Long live Cowboys. Available at Cavenders and Cavenders.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas, September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today. AXS.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's starting with the whoops. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Week 3 of the college football season is underway. 7th-ranked Texas will look to defend its home turf against UTEP tomorrow and improve to 2-1. Number 16, Texas A&M will take a big step up in competition tomorrow night, taking its high-powered offense north to face 8th-ranked Notre Dame. Angel slugger Mike Trout on the brink of a major milestone after hitting his 399th career homer on Thursday night. I'm Frank Aaron.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz. Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
I'm Dan. He's Ty.
Hello.
And we're the Solid Verbal College Football Podcast.
Tune in for previews, recaps, bits you won't hear anywhere else, and all the emotional support you need as a college football fan.
Join us all season long as we ride the roller coaster of this ridiculous sport.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search the Solid Verbal College Football Podcast, and listen now.
We don't just love college football, Ty. We live it.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. The Longhorns live here.
Coming up in the next segment, we'll be talking about the boxing match of the decade, which I'm saying it. That's what I said. But right now, I want to go back to this Arch Manning situation. You know, I've seen people talk about Arch being a disappointment. I've seen people going into all kinds of thought processes and think tanks when it comes to what Arch Manning is going through. And it hadn't been pretty, as we said. Got a chance to be booed as a Texas quarterback. Some say they were booing the offensive performance, but you were part of it with 10 incompletions. The one thing that I try to figure out is what's wrong with Arch. What happens? He goes up against these top-ranked, one of the top-ranked defenses in the country every single day in the University of Texas defense. Defense has played its behind off all season long, but the offense has to do their part because when you get into conference play, you have to play complementary football. We hear from Coach Sark all the time. Complementary football begets victories. This is how you win those close ball games. But one of the biggest stories that I think we're not talking about is the mechanics. There's no doubt about it. Something has changed within Arch's mechanics. I don't know if it's been lazy footwork. I don't know if it's, as you said earlier, Mark, holding on to the ball a little bit too long. The one thing that I've said and I've continued to say is he does not look free with the football. I've seen videos of him warming up pregame. I've seen videos of him throwing in the game. We've seen him, maybe it's just a nervous tick that he has where he's always moving his shoulders around. There's something that is happening mentally that needs to be declogged and reprogrammed. Now, if you go back, and there's a lot of video that is out right now, the effortlessness in which he was throwing the ball last year to where it is now has changed a lot of people's views on this young quarterback. And as I look at Coach Sark, AJ Milwee, Coach Flood, all of them need to go back to the drawing board, I believe. Recognize that this young man is a guy that needs to play up-tempo, because when he's up-tempo, he's not thinking. He's playing football. And I know Coach Sark said we don't want to major in running our quarterback. But there are some times, because it came out of your mouth, that he may need to get hit early in the ball game to get himself going. Well, why are we dropping him back to pass early in the ball game to not get himself going? There's things that we, coaching staff, can understand about him. Now, I've told you this before, and I'm going to say it again. Coach Sark will forget more football than I will ever know. But there's a lot of truth to the things that he's saying to us, the information that he's giving us, that we are now reporting with. Think something has to change.
Yeah, but your eyes work.
No doubt. No doubt. And I played the position. I played it. I know what it looks like. You got to throw, as he said, to the spots and not to the man. You can't put a ball on a guy unless it's a dig route or a stop route. You have to be able to throw in those windows that are created for you. The timing is way off. The timing is way off on some
like yards off.
And then but Coach Sark said it. There's a pass that he threw to Parker Livingston across the middle. Perfect. Got into it, ripped it, let it go. But then he's throwing sidearm. That's not what you do. He's dropped his arm angle in every different release spot that you can possibly have. You're not a trick pitcher. You're not a guy coming out of the bullpen to try to strike out Barry Bonds by throwing junk. You got to come in with what brought you to the party. And that's your intelligence and your ability to throw the football effortlessly. It looks like it's too much work for him right now.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't look fun to him right now.
It's stress too.
Right.
And I think some of the tics, how many kids that they go to school and they develop tics because they have stress.
Right.
Your hair fall out. Like, it's a chemical thing. He's got to be calmed.
I'm just hoping that he doesn't have the yips. And that's the main thing that I keep thinking about, is like, he's thinking about the throw too much instead of just letting it be what it is. Let the ball
How
go.
do you get rid of it?
It's a mental thing. He's got to be able to work himself through it. And I'm not speaking like I know. I'm just saying what I've observed. But I want you to hear from Ethan Burke and how he says he has no worries about this offense. They will get things going.
I've had real battles with all of these guys every week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they are so real and great football players. The tackles to the guards, we go at it all the time, and the offense performs all the time. So I know they're going to be fine, and there was some good plays. I think just being more consistent, and we'll be all good. I'm not too worried about it.
You got to be able to clean some things up. You got to be able to go back to work, start it all over again today. And I know that they went and watched the film. I know that Coach Sark is trying to figure out the best way to get his young quarterback going. There was a question asked during the press conference yesterday or Saturday after the game. Did you have a thought of benching him at one point like you did Quinn Ewers? And Coach said, no, I did not have that. I did not have that thought, because don't forget, against Georgia, he had to come in because he felt like Quinn wasn't performing, and then Quinn came out in the second half and did what Quinn does. Was that a thought process? And he said no. There was a lot of people calling for that to happen so he could regroup, especially after 10 consecutive incomplete passes. So we'll see.
Wow, great Hard Knock life, man.
We got two more opportunities to get right. And I know it all started yesterday after they started watching film. When we come back, there was a big boxing match on Netflix the other night. And let me just tell you, They got to understand old people need to go to sleep. Right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Do you ever feel like when you're talking, nobody is listening? Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone will listen to you. What is on your mind? Go! All you have to do is use the iHeartRadio app talkback feature when listening to AM 1300 The Zone.
Yo, hello, it's me. Enjoy the show.
We will get your message instantly, and we promise to listen to it.
Listen to something authentically Austin, the JB and Sandy podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
Good news, an accident cleared out. 35 southbound at Runberg Lane. Stop and go traffic back from Tech Ridge Boulevard. Still about a 4-minute delay in the area. Okay, we do have some stop and go traffic. Listen to this. 290 westbound between FM 973 and Greg Maynard Road. It's about a 39-minute delay right there. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
The Central Health System is making sure no one slips through the cracks. With community care and Sendero health plans, we're building a stronger system to deliver easier access to better health care in Travis County. Visit centralhealth.net to learn more.
Did you miss the Bitcoin wagon? Millions got rich because they got in on a technology you still don't understand. But the crypto gang got greedy, handing control of the Bitcoin network to China. This carelessness gives us a second chance called Texacoin. You're invited on the Texacoin journey. We'll guide you through this new frontier to claim your share of the profits. Don't let your friends get rich without you. Secure your seat as we take Texacoin to the moon and beyond. Learn more at texacoin.org. This is an investment that carries risk. Texacoin.org.
iHeart presents Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour, taking the stage at Moody Center, October 16th.
Straight out of Compton, it's a crazy brother named Ice Cube.
Get tickets now at livenation.com.
From the creator of Bone Valley comes a gripping new true crime podcast, Graves County. In the small town of Mayfield, Kentucky, the beloved fire chief's daughter is dead, and everyone has a theory. But when a Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter starts digging, the entire town goes dark.
So it sounds like a lot of people have come forward saying, I know who did this, but no one has said who did it.
What is everyone so afraid of? Open the iHeartRadio app, search Graves County, and listen now.
Lowe's knows that free makes everything better. That's why our rewards members get free standard shipping on the things they need and want, starting at Silver Key status every day. Savings for rewards members add up fast, so why wait? Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Are you thinking about getting a new car? You don't know where to go. You don't even know where to start. Well, it doesn't matter what kind of car you want. Apple Leasing can get it for you. And if you're looking to save 30 to 40% on monthly payments with reasonable terms, there's only one answer, and that is Apple Leasing. You can call them today at 346-9977. That's 346-9977. It's important that you know leasing is not renting. It's the smarter option for most people. And if you've listened to me at all for all these years and haven't reached out, it's time to do it. Call them today at 512-346-9977. That's 512-346-9977. Save 30 to 40% on monthly payments when you lease from Apple Leasing. I've leased cars from them for over 20 years, and I highly recommend you do too. The number again is 512-346-9977.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KBET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Find your iHeartRadio everywhere. There are hundreds of ways to experience iHeartRadio at home and on the go, beyond the iPhone and Android app, and at iHeartRadio.com. Here's another way to connect to iHeartRadio. Vizio TVs. iHeartRadio is coming into your living room on your Vizio TV. Check your TV remote for the iHeartRadio button for one-click access, or visit the Vizio SmartCast app store and make sure you log in with your iHeartRadio account so all your favorites are there and ready for you instantly. All your music, radio stations, and favorite podcasts available for you on the biggest screen in your home. iHeartRadio and Vizio. Check it out for free now. iHeartRadio. Anywhere you want to listen, iHeartRadio is there.
It's the Craig Way Show with the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll get into college football. Big games across the nation last weekend. Texas A&M looks for real. Now they are in the top 10. OU doing their thing. Hardge. So much happened. Georgia Tech upset. Man, big time stuff happened over the weekend. Right now, I want to get into this fight conversation. Terrence Crawford defeats Canelo in a unanimous decision, which was interesting to me because going into the fight, a lot of folks were thinking that Canelo was going to be too big, he was going to be too powerful. But let me tell you this. This is something that I think a lot of people don't truly understand. When Terrence Crawford was young, he got shot in the head and he drove himself to the hospital. You not beating no man that can take a bullet to the dome and take himself to the hospital.
He different.
Yeah, he is definitely different. And each step of the way, we talked about it on Friday. We talked about the fact that he was going up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo. You talked about the rehydration, Marcus, and who was going to be bigger. But let me tell you, the art of science in boxing is different. He is one of the smoothest dudes out there. He's thinking ahead of you. And my wife, Lindsay, her uncle used to train Bud Crawford. He trained with him in Colorado, stays at his house, works out with him all the time. And he told us a long time ago, this dude is different. He is different. And he proved that again last night or Saturday night or Sunday morning, almost like for all us old heads. It was a remarkable fight. Both of those guys stood in the ring and went toe-to-toe. There wasn't a lot of dodging each other. They actually fought. And Canelo, after the fight, said, this is one of the best fighters, if not the best fighter in any weight class.
Well, he said that he was the best fighter he ever fought.
Right.
And the guy said, so you're saying that he's better than Floyd Mayweather? He said, yes.
Yeah.
He said, well, what element of his game did you have the most problems with? He said, all of them.
Yeah.
And so basically he said, like Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, he was like, which one of y'all hit me? Because Canelo was seeing 2 people hitting him.
At one point, he actually had that look on his face. Which one
He
of y'all
looked at his corner like, hey, guys, y'all see this?
Yeah.
Like, y'all didn't coach me up on this. And I listen, there was 2 fights that night. The fight between Canelo and Crawford and the fight between me and Sleep. Because I missed the fight.
I think you lost that fight, didn't you?
I lost. Me and Canelo both was standing over there like, what happened?
Well,
why did it take so long?
Man, because it's so dramatic. It was in Las Vegas. It's just too much. It's just too much.
You can't start a fight at 10 o'clock. I mean, I could stay up to 11. Maybe. But I remember when I was a kid, the fight started at like 7, 8 o'clock. So the main event,
you just never knew about the main event. You just thought that was the fight. That's what it was. When you was a kid, you're like, oh, this is great. No,
Hey, that was the
Go
only
ahead.
time my parents allowed us to stay up late is when there was a big fight on TV.
Yeah.
And 10 o'clock, we were like, oh man, we got to stay up to 10 o'clock. This is midnight.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I can't do it. I
Yeah.
can't do it. I got to do radio the next day.
Crawford now has 4 belts. He's at 168 pounds. He had never fought in that weight class. He won 8 of the 12 rounds on the official scorecard, 7 of the 12 on 2 others. And now he's 42-0 since he turned pro in 2008.
You know what? And he's still young enough that he can get that 50 wins.
Yeah.
Do he want it though?
I think he's proven everything that you can possibly prove. And I heard Jim Gray talk about this. He was talking about this with Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco on the nightcap. He basically said that he felt like Floyd Mayweather ruined boxing because of the number 0, the undefeated part of it. So he wasn't taking a lot of those he wasn't taking those big fights early. He wasn't doing that. Neither was any of these other guys. None of these guys were fighting each other in their prime. The people that were fighting each other in their prime, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler, those people were fighting each other in prime time.
I think with Floyd, it was more about pettiness because a lot of the guys that he was fighting later was guys that didn't fight him when he was young. When he wasn't the money guy, Mosley avoided him. When he wasn't the money guy, other guys were avoiding Floyd, but when Floyd became the ticket guy, he's like, well, y'all didn't,
Yeah, y'all didn't fight me earlier.
Yeah, now y'all can get paid. Now y'all want to fight.
Now you want to fight.
Yeah. Well, I just think too that these types of fights, I wish that Canelo wasn't 39. You know what I'm saying? So those types of moments when you got 2 fighters that are playing or fighting at this level, they need to fight because the ticket is going to be through the roof.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Hardge, I saw the highlights and it looked bad. Like it looked like he was outclassed fighting Crawford, but it looked the same way when he fought Floyd. Like he threw punches at Floyd, and Floyd was gone by the time the punch came.
Yeah,
he hit the camera.
He punched he punched the turnbuckle.
Yeah,
he tried to hit Floyd in the corner one time, and Floyd moved to his right.
He did the
and
electric
Carnelo left hand slide to the right. He missed him completely and hit his chest in the corner.
Yeah,
I was like, ooh, that's not gonna look good on film review.
Yeah. But it was one hell of a fight. The undercards were really, really good as well. So the energy was definitely in Las Vegas, and watching Terrence Crawford walk out of there with that belt, I knew it was going to happen. Like I said, if you drive yourself to the hospital, you different.
He a Terminator.
They
need to check him.
His mom used to pay kids to fight him, and they would lose.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Man, what kind of mama is that?
I'm glad that wasn't my mama, because at 10 years old, I got beat up.
Goodness gracious. That's when you became the strongest man, strongest kid. I seen them Huskies. When we come back, hour number 2 right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone. Mark, somebody just drove off in my truck.
Or maybe you just can't tell which one's yours again.
Man, everybody's truck in Texas looks the same.
That's because you still got that basic license plate. No flavor, no style, no Hardge.
So what? I need a plate that says sexy hardball?
Please don't. The streets ain't ready for that, man. But yeah, you need myplace.com.
They got custom colors, design, and you could put almost anything on it.
Exactly. Mine says world's strongest driver. Nobody's touching that.
Boom. And I'll get the Zone MVP. Speaking of it, you use the promo code DAZONE and you'll save big time.
So quit losing your truck, quit being basic, and get a license plate that's actually you.
That's myplates.com, where your ride finally gets some personality.
Man, just don't get that sexy hardball plate you said you was going to get.
No promises, bro. Just make sure that you get over to myplates.com. That's myplates.com. Use the promo code DAZONE, and this is your opportunity to be different.
Need cash for a home project, big life event, or to pay off high-interest debt? Tap into your home's equity with a home equity loan from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Use it for home improvements, debt consolidation, a wedding, tuition, or a vacation with flexible terms up to 30 years. Fixed rates, no closing cost under $250,000, and no repayment penalties. This is money that works for you. Apply online today at atfcu.org. Austin Telco Federal Credit Union, helping you do more with your home. ATFCU is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 422857. Federally insured by NCUA.
At Skechers, comfort is a technology. That's right. You don't just make a shoe and hope it comes out comfortable. It takes research, innovations, compounds, engineering, and so much more to feel so comfortable you'd swear you're wearing pillows on your feet. We have features like Skechers Air-Cooled Memory Foam and fits like Relax Fit, Stretch Fit, Wide Fit, Arch Fit, and so many more to make the shoe feel like it was custom-made just for your foot. Plus, we have hands-free Skechers Slip-ins technology. Just step it and go. Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever comfortable footwear is sold.
Huge savings on Dell AI PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors are here, and they're newly designed to help you do more faster. They can generate code, edit images, multitask without lag, draft emails, summarize documents, create live translations, and even extend your battery life. That's the power of Dell AI with Intel inside. Upgrade today by visiting Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Would you drive 10 minutes for $500? That's the distance from CarMax to Henna Chevrolet. And Henna guarantees you $500 more than any CarMax offer for your vehicle. Just show Henna your written CarMax appraisal offer within 7 days, and you'll get $1,000 more guaranteed. Is your time worth $50 a minute? It is at Henna. Come get your money at Henna.com.
Henna Chevrolet, we'll always stand by you.
Together, let's drive.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
America's #1 app for radio is iHeart. Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news, live play-by-play, plus the station you're listening to right now, anytime, anywhere. Join the millions who already have it. Open the free iHeartRadio app today. The #1 app for radio.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. As you know, we opened the show talking about the Texas Longhorns with the victory over UTEP. 27-10. It was a performance that needed to be desired, I guess you would say, if you wanted to look at what was going on with the Texas Longhorns. We also talked about Arch Manning, his strengths, his weaknesses, and so much more. But I think that this team is headed in the right direction, and we just finished up talking about boxing. This hour, we're going to finish up with the college football from the weekend, and also coming up in the next segment, we're going to talk Dallas Cowboys, as something happened yesterday that was pretty doggone exciting. But I do want to open up with Friday night. There was a game that I said to some of my buddies, I said, if this happens on Friday night, somebody's getting fired. Well, it happened. UCLA lost to New Mexico. You heard me, New Mexico. 35-10.
Lord have mercy.
And I said during the game, because when I was watching the game, it was 14-0 No, it was 7-0. Then it went 14. Then it went 14-7. I said, if they end up losing this game, Deshaun Foster is getting fired. UCLA did not let me down. Deshaun Foster got fired yesterday. He was relieved of all duties
on his day off?
Sunday. He was probably in there watching film. As he was watching film, they was pulling the cords and changing the lights. And already his car was already, when he tried to go out, they wasn't letting him out.
Somebody came with the box and said,
escort him out.
Can you put all your stuff in this?
UCLA has fallen from grace harder than a cement block from the 10th story.
Wow.
I'm disappointed in what the Powder Blues have not done. It's been a tough look for UCLA, and now they've made a coaching change. There was also a coaching change at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech ends up losing their coach over the weekend as well. So across college football, there's already been some replacements out there that stand alone in these particular moments. They lost their game to Old Dominion 45-26. Out of there. So let me ask you this. UCLA
I didn't even know
change.
Old Dominion had football. I knew they had basketball.
They're in the Sun Belt. They're in the Sun Belt.
Man.
Yeah. And they got baseball too, and they got everything. Starting on Friday night, Houston, U of H, H-Town, 36, Colorado, 20. Dion looking very sad on the sideline, still trying to figure out what's going on. Connor Wigman for University of Houston, big rushing night, had 2 touchdowns on the ground, threw for 222. The Cougs are now 3-0, 1-0 in the Big 12. You also looked across K-State and Arizona State. K-State is 1-3. Chris Kleiman was somebody that I was a big fan of. He's ended up 1-3. It's going to be a tough run. Arizona is 3-0. Penn State defeated Villanova 52-6. LSU, Florida. You were talking about DJ Lagway and what he was not doing. Well, LSU ends up winning that game 20-10. Big time performance for LSU. LSU, the number 3 team in the land, is now 3-0 and 1-0 in SEC play. The streak ended for South Florida. They went to Miami. Miami, number 5 ranked team, defeated 49-12. The game of the weekend, so to speak, until the next one that I get into. Georgia and Tennessee was the hype game that we were talking about. Georgia ends up winning that game 44-41 in overtime. Let me just tell you this. UCLA decided to get rid of their quarterback, Aguilar, and take on Nico Amalivia. Amalivia is turning it over, and that Aguilar kid is lighting it up for Tennessee. Threw for 371 and 4 touchdowns in that game against the Georgia Bulldogs. Big-time players make big-time plays, and that's exactly what he was doing, but they came up short. But the game that I enjoyed watching the most, Texas A&M and Notre Dame. I told y'all going in, I thought A&M could win it. I picked them to cover the spread.
I didn't.
You did not. And you look at what A&M was able to do. Marcel Reed, 360 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Jeremiah Love finally started getting the rock for Notre Dame, but Carver was making plays. That his number was number 1 wide receiver for Texas A&M, and the other one, Concepcion. They've got 2 playmakers at that wide receiver position that are going to be hell on wheels when as the season goes on.
Yeah, it's hard to throw those deep routes with Texas defense, staring you down the barrel of a shotgun. They're not a pistol. That defense is nasty. I'm riding with Texas, man. I'm riding with them.
I'm not asking you not to ride with them.
I'm just saying,
you're
talking like it's over.
But, they don't play them till the end of the year, but you got to put some respect on what you've seen from
I
Texas
do.
A&M.
Listen,
you talking
unfortunately, I had to sit on the phone with my brother and hear how great they were. I'm just saying. Like, This is the second time I've had enough of hearing about A&M.
Well, you don't have to hear about A&M, but another team that is on our schedule is also 3-0 and 1-0 in SEC play, and that's the Vanderbilt Commodores. Diego Pavia doing his thing.
Yikes.
That team is impressive. They've had special teams plays. They beat South Carolina 31-7.
And nobody thought that was going to happen
at all.
So he's backing up that trash talk he was having in the offseason.
Exactly. He's been talking for years. But
Man, that
yes,
dude right there, boy, he got a lot of mouth on him. But he's banging it up.
He's a baller, and I really like Clark Lee, their head coach. He's a no-nonsense type of guy. He really gets after it. I got Any Given Saturday, got a chance to watch that. We interviewed the producer of that.
Yeah.
Got a chance to watch that. It was very, very impressive. Georgia Tech takes down Clemson. Dabo Swinney still trying to figure out what's going on with his football team. They lose 24-21 at the buzzer. Haynes King, quarterback for Georgia Tech, former Texas A&M quarterback, 211 yards through the air and 103 yards on the ground in that.
King's
big
a
time.
dog, man.
He Longview, Texas, man. He's that East Texas boy, knowing what's going down. Oklahoma wins 42-3. John Mateer, another big ball game, 282 yards.
Hey,
passing.
is he looking like the best quarterback right now in the SEC?
He's up there. He's definitely up there.
Scary, man.
He's very impressive. So that Red River showdown or shootout, however you want to talk about it, it is going to be
rivalry.
No, I'm not saying that. It is going to be a lot more interesting than what we've seen over the past year. Ole Miss 41-35 over Arkansas, another team that Texas will be playing. Ole Miss did not even have their starting quarterback, but their backup, Chambliss, 353 yards passing with a touchdown. Taylor Green, quarterback for Arkansas, rushed for 115 yards. So another guy that we're going to end up having to look at. Alabama, 21-point favorite. Somebody decided to think that Wisconsin was going to end up doing something. Well, that didn't work.
Oh, my God, I can't believe this, man.
38-14. Ryan Williams is back. 5 receptions, 165 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Ty Simpson, 382 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Utah defeated Wyoming, 31-6. Texas Tech will be on Big Noon Kickoff because it will be Utah versus Texas Tech this Saturday. So Big Noon Kickoff will be with the Red Raiders. They won against Oregon State 45-14. Michigan wins 63-3 over Central Michigan. Auburn beats South Alabama 31-15. Missouri 52-10 over the Raging Cajuns. Nebraska, Matt Rule, 3-0 and 2-0 at home, 59-7 over Houston Christian. And Baylor defeated Samford 42-7. Sawyer Robertson, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns as the Baylor Bears move to 2-1 on the regular season. A lot of good football being played across the country. Bill Belichick, it's been kind of quiet for him, but he's got 2 wins this year.
I told you, man, I don't want to talk about that.
Come on, man. You don't want to talk about Bill Belichick? Huh?
No, I don't.
Story of the SEC that is quiet as it's kept. Mississippi State is 3-0.
How did that we haven't talked about Mississippi State not one time this summer.
3-0. And that is going to be a problem because Texas is going in
to Mississippi
State. To going into Starkville, and that place is going to be rowdy. So we'll see what ends up happening. Coming up next, Dallas Cowboys with a big victory. Y'all didn't think I wasn't going to talk about it. We them boys? Y'all must have forgot.
Pump your brakes.
Yeah, it's about to go down. And there's a toe issue in the NFL.
Yikes.
Is their dreams done in Cincinnati? Are they going to even pay for his surgery with them cheap cells? Right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300. The Zone.
It's the morning kickoff.
Are y'all gonna do that clinic again?
It's actually tonight.
I didn't get an invite.
Because it's a women's clinic.
You invited me last year.
You invited yourself.
I did not.
What'd you say to me? Hardge, where y'all gonna be tonight? Hey, this is what's going on, Mark. All right, I'll see y'all up there.
You shouldn't have told me about it then. I know now. Yeah, I know now.
Weekdays at 7.
The ultimate celebration of music
Our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is happening this Friday and Saturday.
live in Las Vegas at T-Mobile Arena. 16 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
And listen live on the free iHeartRadio app.
This Friday and Saturday night, starting at 9:30.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
We have a brand new wreck blocking the right lane. This is going to be on the Mopac southbound at Barton Skyway. About a 2-minute delay right now. Slow traffic all the way back to Cesar Chavez. Also in the Travis area, we still have that slow traffic, 35 northbound between 45 Toll and William Cannon Drive. That's about an 18-minute delay right there. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical in 20628.
Electrical problems are a warning. Flickering lights, warm switches, bulbs burning out too soon all need attention. I trust Abacus licensed electricians. Their years of experience make an electrical problem no problem. No wonder they say Abacus. You can count on us.
Hardge here. Friday nights in Texas mean football, family, and tradition. At Cover Ford Hutto, we've got trucks that are built for it. Right now, take $8,250 off MSRP on a new 2025 Ford F-150 STX and $10,046,000 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford F-250s, excluding XL, XLT, and STX trim levels. See dealer for details. Friday Night Lights, family, Ford. That's Cover Ford and Hutto, right off of 79 in Hutto or online at coverfordhutto.com.
iHeart presents
The police coming straight from the underground.
Ice Cube, bringing truth to power.
You know how we do.
Featuring 4 decades of attitude, a musical production like he's never done before. Taking the stage at Moody Center, October 16th. Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour, 4 decades of attitude.
Before hip-hop, homies got shot.
Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Raise your glass to start Oktoberfest and keep it raised for our authentic Stein hoisting competition. Join in on Fridays in September at 6 o'clock for the chance to win weekly prizes and Sam Adams swag. Only at Twin Peaks Eats, Drinks, Scenic Views.
Hey there, local business owner. Ready to make some more money? Whether you own an auto shop or a dinner spot, Valpak Direct Marketing can help you do just that. All bells and whistles are included. So you advertise when and where it counts to reach new customers that spend more. Measurable results, proven reach, zero guesswork. That's Valpak. Visit valpak.com/advertise to see if you qualify for a free mailing. That's VALPAK.com/advertise. Let's grow.
I am dedicated. I am TNT.
With Team in Training, you will reach your best physical self so blood cancer patients can reach theirs. Change your life by joining a marathon, half marathon, triathlon, or a cycle event, and you'll change the lives of blood cancer patients.
I am committed. I am TNT.
After 600,000 participants and almost $1 billion raised for treatments, TNT has helped the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society make a significant impact in the advancement of blood cancer therapies that save lives every day.
I am making a difference. I am TNT.
Join TNT. Expand your circle of friends to be part of a very special community. Train with world-class trainers and have the chance to be part of the most exciting endurance sports events in the country. Or train on your own schedule with TNT Flex. Join TNT and fundraise while you train and take part in getting us all closer to a world without blood cancers.
Join TNT now. Go to teamintraining.org.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Join the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, each day from 2 to 5 p.m. for the Craig Way Show on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff. Coming up in the next segment, Mark Henry will give you his world's strongest take on what he sees in his eyes, through his eyes. We also want to have a conversation right now about the NFL. The Dallas Cowboys get a big-time victory yesterday as they defeated the New York Football Giants. But I have to give some love to what I saw from Russell Wilson yesterday. What a performance by Russ, but too little, too late, as the Dallas Cowboys get a big-time win in a thrilling matchup with the walk-off fashion. But let me tell you this. And after the game, the Cowboys decided that they needed some help on the edge, so they went out and signed Jadeveon Clowney. I was mad that he left the building last week without a deal signed, but they were being patient. He had his opportunity. But our guy Dak Prescott looked hot out there with the flamethrower. Best quarterback in the league, throwing touchdowns, comeback player of the year. What did I tell you? But I want you to hear, he finally threw a touchdown to George Pickens, and everybody can please be quiet.
Zerk the touchdown. It's a pass. End zone. Pickens! Touchdown, Dallas! Yep.
He said, yep. They needed to get that done. Big-time play right there from Dak to George Pickens. There were some opportunities that was missed early in the game, but they ended up coming up a little bit short on that. But that's not the story. That's not the story at all. Because to get to overtime, they scored. There were touchdowns that were being scored in I think there was 5 lead changes in the last 10 minutes of the ball game.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable to watch that game as they finally got going. But I want you to hear this game-winning kick after kicking a 46-yard field goal. He kicks a 46-yard field goal to win the game. But I want you to hear this field goal, as this was one of the longest kicks I've seen from a Dallas Cowboy.
Aubrey, does he have enough? On the way, it is good! That's why they trusted him. Never a doubt.
64-yard game-tying field goal by Brandon Aubrey. You realize that he's the first player in NFL history to kick a game-time field goal with no time left on the clock, and also kicked a game-winning field goal with no time left in overtime.
Hardge,
He's the only one in the history of football.
That's a great point, but the point that wasn't made in that kick is that it hit the back.
Oh, yeah.
He could have kicked that from 70.
He says that he believes that his longest could be 71 yards. He said, I think I can make a field goal from 71 yards.
How in the Sam Hill of beans do you kick the ball 5 to 7 yards further on and you just made a 64-yard kick?
Yeah.
I just, man, what are they doing with kicking today? There's at least 6 kickers now that can kick over 60 yards.
This dude was a software engineer. He wasn't even playing football. He was watching a game. His wife told him, honey, you can miss a field goal like that. Why don't you go out there and start kicking? Be a kicker.
He did.
And he did. Went and played in the USL and USFL. He was a professional soccer player, retired, was doing software engineering. Then he went, his wife told him that, and now he's about to get paid. Dak said that this is the best weapon that we have on this team is Brandon Aubrey. All they have to do is get in. That's like what Justin Tucker used to be for the Baltimore Ravens. Just get me closer.
Just get past the 50.
Yeah, and I'll be able to drill it from there. And but that was set up by my boy Dak Prescott and his run to get in position. And Dak told y'all, I still got it.
How fast you think you were going on that scramble up the middle there?
I told you I could run. Rehab went well, man. Feel good.
Rehab went well, man. He's lighter too.
Yeah, well, I thought he was going to be, not as nimble as he is, because last year we even said, man, even though he's bigger and stronger, he just don't look right. Remember? No, the weight just didn't affect him the same way that it does other people. But the biggest thing about that drive is the fact that Dak's intellect is what made that happen. When they went empty and they had the running back run out, it pulled the linebacker from the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And all he saw was the back of jerseys for the defenders. And that instant recognition, he stepped up and ran. He didn't think, it was reactionary. And he was able to run that ball right up the middle. So, I mean, that's hopefully we can get Arch to have those quick recognitions that are not thinking, you just react.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be that. But then you get a chance to hear in the locker room the excitement and the joy of Schottenheimer getting his first win and Dak presenting him with the game ball.
Yeah, very special, man. For you, first game ball, first win. Hell of a pleasure.
We celebrate cool when we win. Turpin Dak got a touchdown. Yeah. Javante got a touchdown. Yeah. Miles Sanders got a touchdown. Yeah. Woo! Pick and Dak got a touchdown. Yeah. Wait for it. Interception. Hey, we ain't done. Who had a sack? James Hughes had a sack. Yeah. Kenny Clark had a sack. Yeah. Hey, and this son of a gun, man. This field goal kicker, I'll tell you what. Hey, 51-yard field goal. Yeah. 44-yard field goal. Yeah. 64-yard field goal. Yeah. Wait, in overtime, with the walk-off, 46 yards.
Pay him what that man wants.
Pay the man.
Pay him. I've never been more excited to see a kicker.
Hey,
walk
Jerry
out
handing
on
them contracts out now. He don't have to pay all that.
to Micah.
He don't have to pay that Micah money. Jerry like, no, I'm signing everybody now.
I don't want none of y'all to talk bad about me no
we
more.
Talked about him,
yep.
And now he's signing everybody in advance.
Yep.
So guys that get these deals, they locked up. Don't ask for more money.
Y'all are welcome.
It was because of us.
Yeah, we've been politicking for y'all.
It's because of us.
Yes.
So now in the next 3 years, the Cowboys are going to have money set aside because they're going to get more TV money. The TV money goes up next year to $32 million. So now the next 3 years, this is gravy.
Another one of those big games that we were talking about. Cincinnati Bengals defeat the Jacksonville Jaguars 31-27. But you would think that it was because of Joe Burrow. Well, it's not because of Joe Burrow, because Joe Burrow ends up leaving the game. And when I saw him walking off, I was hopeful that it wasn't his ankle. I was hopeful that it wasn't his knee again, because both of those are injuries that he's had. But it comes out that he's got a turf toe that is going to require surgery, and he will be out for 3 months. And that is the scary part about this Cincinnati Bengals team, because they were a team that pushed their chips all the way up to the table. They've got extensions on all of their key personnel. They ended up signing Trey Hendrickson, and now they're going to be without their star quarterback. I don't know what they're going to be able to do, but There might be a question that I want to ask a little bit later. I'll ask it tomorrow, but there's going to be a big-time question that I want to ask. So I want to make sure that you locked in for that. Buffalo continues to be Buffalo. They defeat the Jets 30-10. The 49ers defeat the New Orleans Saints 26-21. Spencer Rattler throwing an interception late in the game.
He's still Spencer Rattler. We said that like before the season started. Remember in preseason?
Yep.
And I told you Spencer Rattler's the quarterback? Oh, yeah, they're going to come in there last.
Yep. New England beat the Miami Dolphins. There's some problems brewing in Dolphin land. Arizona Cardinals defeat the Panthers 27-22. The Colts defeat the Denver Broncos. Late turnover. Colts are 3-0.
Hey, how about Danny looking like an all-pro right now?
Now we will see. And Philadelphia Eagles give Patrick Mahomes his first 3-game losing streak since he's been in the NFL. Philadelphia Eagles 20-17. Andrew Makuba with the big interception on the goal line to pretty much seal the deal in that one. Coming up next, we got the world's strongest man bringing you the world's strongest take right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to something authentically Austin, the JB and Sandy podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
We have a brand new wreck reported on 183 southbound at Oak Knoll Drive. Stop and go traffic now back from Anderson Mill Road, about a 9-minute delay. We still have that slow traffic in the Travis area, 35 northbound between 45 Toll and William Cannon Drive. That's about a 17-minute delay there. Accident blocking the right lane, Mopac southbound at Barton Skyway. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
Football season has arrived, and BetOnline continues to be your #1 source for all your football betting action. BetOnline has all the latest odds, news, and scores from every pro to college game to baseball, cage fighting, and hockey futures. BetOnline remains your choice for sports wagering info. Head to the website and take advantage of their industry-leading VIP program, level up bonuses, and weekly cash boost. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Looking for top-quality permanent fencing for your home or business? Look no further than Viking Fence. With over 50 years of experience in Central Texas, Viking Fence delivers craftsmanship you can trust. Whether you need wood, iron, or a custom solution, Viking has the perfect fence to fit your needs. What sets Viking Fence apart? They source the finest quality Western red cedar lumber direct from the mill, the most durable and attractive fence material available. Plus, they offer 3 grades of fence pickets to meet every budget. So whether you want Viking to install your fence or you're taking on the project yourself, call Viking Fence today. They pride themselves on excellent work, outstanding service, and an honest reputation. Call 512-601-8911 for a free estimate. That's 512-601-8911. Or visit VikingFence.com/radio. That's VikingFence.com/radio for your free estimate today. When you think fence, think Viking.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Micro, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Micro. Pure Talk, everything you need and nothing you don't.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, sunny with a few afternoon clouds, a high in the mid-90s for your Monday. Some clouds tonight, a low near 70. Tuesday, mostly sunny, a high of 95.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends 11/1. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
The NFL is off to a wild start.
Touchdown! And a Lambeau leap!
And the new season lives on iHeartRadio.
Fantasy advice and expert analysis.
We got you covered with the official NFL Podcast Network.
Games.
Got 'em.
Local stations bring you the action live.
There it is, recovered by the Steelers.
The adrenaline is still pumping as we hit a Monday Night Football doubleheader. And we've got 24/7 coverage of everything you love about football.
Just open the iHeartRadio app and search NFL to dive in.
iHeartRadio Did You Know? Presented by iHeartRadio. You know, what you're listening to right now. Did you know that iHeartRadio not only lets you listen to all your favorite AM/FM stations locally and nationwide for free, but iHeartRadio lets you build your very own radio station that plays nothing but the music you love. It's called Favorites Radio, and it's a collection of every song you've ever thumbed up. Hear a song you love on live radio, thumb it up, and it's added to your favorites radio station. Hear a song while listening to artist radio or a playlist, thumb it up, and we add it into your favorites radio station too. That's all you have to do to create your very own personalized station. It's easy, and the best part, Favorites Radio is free. Create your own private station or share it with friends to show off your great music taste. It's entirely up to you. All you do is thumb up the music you like, and we'll do the rest. Look for your own favorites radio station featured in your library in the free iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio, #1 for music, radio, and podcasting, all in one app.
iHeartRadio.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
You heard him. That's what we do. Yell at people. Right now, he's the world's strongest man. He's Mark Henry, bringing you his world's strongest take. Take it away, big fella. What's up, man? What's up? It's time for the world's strongest take by the world's strongest man. Marcus. Back then, they didn't know me. Now that I'm hot, they're all on. I'm going to have to correct Mr. Hardball Hardge real quick. I did a lot more than yellow people. I laid my vengeance upon them. They know who they are. Well, to get back to business, guys, the world's strongest take today is brought to you in part by Advantage Storage. But I'm going to give you this. My take today is about the one, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, bless his heart, he's had an injury-riddled NFL career, to say the least. He's missed 2 seasons because of injury. And it looks like he may be able to get back at the end of the year, but very likely he will not. He is, I would say, done, because after toe surgery, it's going to take you a while to come back. It'll be next season for Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is in danger of having a lot of potential as a great NFL quarterback. Took a team to the Super Bowl, but that may be it. He may be a Dan Marino, because there have been many, many guys that have had the surgery that he's about to have, and not many have come back from it. Let's go to Deion Sanders. This surgery that he had, it's got, from what I'm reading, it's got a 70% chance of nerve injury.
because it's so difficult to have this surgery and not affect the nerve. It 70% of the time, that's horrible. That's a horrible ratio. It ended Deion Sanders' career and many other elite athletes. Guys, those guys didn't play quarterback. Those were corners and linebackers and offensive linemen. At quarterback, every throw, and it's his throwing toe, his pivot foot, every quarterback has to end with their toes on the ground, pivoting to throw the ball. Man, it's sad. It's sad to me that he's going through all these injuries, but it's very likely that this may be one of those things that end his starting career. He may be able to come off the bench, hold a clipboard, but I'm not gonna condemn him. But I'm just saying, if the doctors give you a 70% chance that you'll be right again, that's still, or a 70% chance that you won't be right again. That's damning. Hardge, what say you?
Yeah, it's a tough situation to be in, especially because of the fact that what you said about the thought process of the way life has gone for those that had this injury. You look at what Joe Burrow has gone through in his career, the every other year syndrome for him to be able to be healthy to play a full season. When he's in there, he's a candidate for MVP. When he's not, the team struggles and they're not in a good spot. So for me, when you start to think of who he is and what his thoughts is, it's a difficult look. He was my MVP coming into the season. I had voted Joe Burrow MVP. I might need to see if I can ask y'all for forgiveness and change my vote because he ain't going to be there. He ain't going to be there. I don't know where he's going to be, but he ain't going to be there.
I mean, he's definitely not going to be there. But, like, the thing about it, I'm looking at the long term. I'm looking at after the injury. Like,
you said
a 70% chance that you will never be right again?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
you said it. It's not going to be right.
It's never going to be right again.
It's a turf toe.
And those guys, I don't know what the percentage is, but it ended the careers. But a lot of those guys had to have the big toe removed. Deion doesn't have two big toes. Both of them are gone. Like, when you get turf toe, like I know several guys that had it, and they said that it's constant pain.
Yeah, you got to be off of it.
Right.
The whole time.
You don't go away from it. It never ceases. Like, they have to numb it. They have to kill the nerve. And that's the thing that makes everybody pedestrian after they have this injury is the nerve gets damaged 70% of the time.
Yep.
So you mean to tell me that you're going to have a quarterback that's making top 3 money in the NFL and he's standing on the sideline because he can't feel his toe? It's numb. Can't play quarterback at a high level with no big toe.
Yeah, it's
I feel bad for Cincinnati because this is damning. I don't want to be the guy to be the bearer of bad news. I'm just reading.
I don't think you're the bearer of bad news. I think everybody in that locker room knew it. But Jake Browning is going to be the quarterback moving forward. But there was a question: do you go out and trade for a Kirk Cousins? Do you make a move because you have the weapons? You have everything you could possibly want on this football team.
What do you trade?
But that's what I'm saying. And financially, they're not going to pick up the burden of that kind of contract because they're cheap. They may not even pay for his surgery.
Oh, God, Hardge.
He might need to talk to some people about this because Cincinnati.
They're going to ask him to get workers' comp.
Yeah, they're going to ask him to send some of them
you got
TVs.
to go to the state.
We're going to see a GoFundMe show up in a minute.
Exactly, for the Cincinnati Bengals to help Joe Burrow.
Wow.
But what if that's true?
That's all Cincinnati Bengals fans.
Please
you
let
need
us
to
know.
start lobbying to have them sell the team.
Yeah.
That's what should happen. And Hardge, if you trade somebody, it's going to have to be on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, Trey Hendrickson is looking. I mean, Trey Hendrickson's not going to take a deal.
Then trade him.
That's what I'm saying. Do you now have to make a move for a quarterback?
You almost have to, because the money is so high. They're going to have to do like Dallas, get rid of the best player on your team in order to finance your future.
Are you trying to rebuild your squad? And that's going to be the biggest question.
Yeah,
because
you
the
need a quarterback.
Is not what it is.
And I wouldn't put it on Kirk Cousins. I don't want him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Kirk can go out there and do Kirk.
Well, he's smart. He can go do it now, but
the future is now for them. So we'll see. Coming up next, we're going to close out the show. Cindy to Dan Patrick. We've got two NFL matchups tonight. And I'll tell you where you can listen to Sark's Presser right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
The Craig Way Show.
So Texas goes in there to play when Danny Meyer calls him in for. Kurt Thomas played the game of his life, and TCU upset Texas. So a month later, they have the rematch in Austin. Texas blows them out of the water. Billy Tubbs did not want to go in and do the postgame. That's when he walked into the news conference, stood at the microphone and said, okay, I'm only going to take 3 questions. And then somebody raised their hand. Why only 3 questions, Coach? Now you're down to 2 questions.
Weekdays at 2.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
We have a brand new wreck reported on 183 southbound at Oak Knoll Drive. Stop and go traffic now back from Anderson Mill Road, about a 9-minute delay. We still have that slow traffic in the Travis area, 35 northbound between 45 Toll and William Cannon Drive. That's about a 17-minute delay there. Accident blocking the right lane, Mopac southbound at Barton Skyway. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. In 20628.
Get all your home fall tune-ups from Abacus for only $49 each. A water heater flush, an AC tune-up, an electrical panel inspection, or a mainline drain clean-out. But only at Abacus. You can count on us.
Football is back, folks, and so is your chance to cash in like never before. With DraftKings Pick 6, the official daily fantasy partner of the NFL. Your game day instincts can score you real money fast. Here's how you'll play. Just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats from the breakout rookies, elite quarterbacks, or even some of those high-level wide receivers, and unlock the upside of every snap that it brings. The better your calls, the bigger your payout. And there's no gimmicks, no convoluted rules, just you, your player reads, and a shot at big returns. Nail your picks, and you're not just winning, you're going to be stacking cash. That's right. Pick 6 rewards bold play with payouts bigger than what you would imagine in the minimum field. Listen, I told you to pick 3 quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Flacco, and, of course, Tua Tagovailoa. I thought all those guys were going to go under the number. Did they do that? Did you get a chance to win? I think so. But here's an opportunity for you to remember. New DraftKings customers get $50 in bonus picks with just a $5 entry after your first pick set. That's it. All you have to do, new DraftKings customers get $50 in bonus picks with just a $5 entry on your first pick set. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use the code SPOTLIGHT. That's code SPOTLIGHT for new customers to play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Better payouts and bigger wins. Only at DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 bonus picks that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credits plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
iHeart presents
The police coming straight from the underground.
Ice Cube, bringing truth to power.
You know how we do.
Featuring 4 decades of attitude, a musical production like he's never done before. Taking the stage at Moody Center, October 16th. Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour. 4 decades of attitude.
Before hip-hop, homies got shot.
Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Hey there, local business owner. Ready to make some more money? Whether you own an auto shop or a dinner spot, Valpak Direct Marketing can help you do just that. All bells and whistles are included, so you advertise when and where it counts to reach new customers that spend more. Measurable results, proven reach, zero guesswork. That's Valpak. Visit valpak.com/advertise to see if you qualify for a free mailing. That's VALPAK.com/advertise. Let's grow.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas, September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today. AXS.com.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Get the Apple Leasing Advantage today. Visit appleleasing.com. That's appleleasing.com.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 Zone. Mr. Great show. If you wasn't part of it all day, all you got to do is get over to the podcast page and type in AM 1300 Zone and the morning kickoff, and everything will come back to you as well. Mark, a lot of big games that have happened over the week, and there's a lot of opportunities that will happen tonight as the NFL closes out week 2 with a big-time matchup. That's right. We got matchups on top of matchups on top of matchups. And one of them is the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans will be taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks. Baker touchdown maker. They will kick off at 6, followed by the Chargers at the Raiders tonight at 9 o'clock. I know that you are looking at this particular game because you need to be looking at this particular game for your entertainment purposes.
For my entertainment purpose, I need the Raiders to come off. I need my guy Genty to give me at least 20 points.
20 points? Damn.
20. Give me 20 points. That's all I need. And I also have Brock Bauer on my fantasy team. So I think that Brock is actually not going to play. So I replaced him with my backup tight end.
Yeah.
He gave me 9 points. So I'm good. I'm good with that.
Oh, okay.
If Brock decides to play, because they said it was a game time decision, but I just went on the side of caution.
Yeah.
And just benched him. If he plays and has like 15, 20 points, I'm gonna be upset though. Just let's throw that out there.
Well, you still have time, don't you? Or did your guy already play?
He already played.
Okay. So for me, I'm looking at this for another reason, is because you took Tampa tonight plus 2.5. So if the Texans win this game tonight, you need the Buccaneers to play well.
I do.
To help you with your standings in our little spotlight of wagers.
Yeah, but I always say it's all for entertainment purposes only. Please do not call me and say, "Hey, man, I bet my rent. I can't make my mortgage because listen.
I told you.
Told you.
What is it? Entertainment purposes.
Entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: when these games tonight for the Houston Texans, I think this is a huge, huge matchup for them. I think this is a stage where they are going to be able to give themselves an opportunity to see where they are. This is one of those games where the Texans playing at home, front of their home crowd against Tampa Bay, who a lot of people, this may be Mike Evans' last time coming to play in the state of Texas. This is Baker Mayfield coming back to the state of Texas, playing in front of family and friends. You got Bucky Irvin on the running side of it, the running back side of those things. But this is where CJ Stroud has to understand, is Nico, because they got stopped last week. What is the floor plan for this Texans football team? Are they going to be able to throw the ball deep? Are they going to be able to have those big plays? Christian Kirk still out, not going to be able to play. Are you going to be able to establish the run with Nick Chubb? There's so many questions.
It's a lot of questions
that need to be answered.
And there's no even sample size rather than that really one game that Stroud just eyeballed Collins.
Right.
Like he's got to do a better job of not just, I'm throwing the ball to him.
Well, Collins and Dalton Schultz are the two targeted people. They both were targeted 5 times. 5 times. So it's not that far off in those first games, but the problem is, what are they going to be able to do on the ground and in the secondary? Can they stop what I think the secondary is going to be challenged? Derek Stingley Jr., think he's a little banged up. Is he going to be able to go?
I didn't even know if he was going to play. He's
Right.
a game time decision.
Right.
And, with the wide receivers that they have, he needs to play.
For sure.
I mean, even if he's at, 70%, it'll be better than some of the guys that, are not Derek Stingley.
Yeah, he needs to be out there because of the deep play threat that Mike Evans can bring. You have Sterling Shepard that is still there. Jalen McMillan, he's out, and along with Chris Godwin. But hey, Emeka Egbuka, superstar.
On the rise.
Superstar.
I'm so mad that I didn't draft him. I had the chance and I didn't. I you know who I got? I got Ridley, because I just knew that Ridley was going to be a guy.
Riddle me this.
So you bet on Ridley?
Unfortunately.
We got you, Marcus. We understand.
You're so funny. You're fired.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You bet on Ridley. Yeah. It is it's gonna be a fun matchup. But make sure today, starting at 11 o'clock, you get a chance to hear from Coach Sark. Myself, Craig Way, and Cam Parker will be at the stadium today for our weekly presser from Coach Sark. He will go live at 11:30. We will be live at 11. And make sure that you get over to the podcast page, wherever you get your podcast, in case you miss any parts of this show. Also, make sure you tune in from 2 to 5 this afternoon. Craig Way, Cam Parker, and Jake Herman, as they will be on the Craig Way Show, the voice of Texas athletics and, of course, Texas football. They will be playing Sam Houston this week. A lot to get cleaned up. Tomorrow, we'll break down the 2 NFL matchups. We'll also get an update on Major League Baseball, as that is coming close to an end. And speaking of coming close to an end, the baseball season for the Round Rock Express, your home for the Round Rock Express, is AM 1300 The Zone. They just finished their 25th season here in Round Rock. Shout out to all those that made it possible. And they have continued to be the model franchise around here. So shout out to all those that have been part of the Round Rock Express for those 25 years. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge, and just remember this: don't believe anything you see or everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Sark's Presser 11 o'clock, right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Peace.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part, they accept Discover. Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on a February 2025 Nielsen report.
You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you're a kid, September means back to school, but it could mean back to business if you own or manage one. All you have to do is unlock the magic of audio with iHeartRadio. And unlike school, we'll do the hard work for you. You tell us about your business, and we'll make ads that get people in the door. And if you're new to radio or podcasts, we'll even
For his surgery with them cheap cells, right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone. Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kick. Oh, it's Sports coming. Radio, AM 1300, The Zone. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll get into college football. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll get into college football. Big games across the nation last week. This is something that I think a lot of people don't truly understand. When Terrence Crawford, you talked about the rehydration, Marcus, and who was going to be. This dude is different. He is different. And he proved that again last night or Saturday night. And went toe-to-toe. There wasn't a lot of and went toe to toe. There wasn't a lot of dodging each other.
The fall.
Right.
And the guy said, so you're saying that he's better than Floyd Mayweather? He said, yes.
Yeah.
He said, well, what element?
This is one of the best fighters. If nudging each other, they actually fought. And Canelo, after the fight, said,
"Did y'all see this?
Yeah.
Like y'all didn't coach me up on this." And I listen. There was 2 fights that night. The fight between Canelo and hey guys, y'all see this?
Yeah.
Like y'all didn't coach me up on this. And I listen. There was 2 fights that night. Canelo was seeing 2 people hitting him.
At one point, he actually had that look on his face. Which one?
He looked at his corner like, hey. Canelo was seeing 2 people hitting him.
At one point, he actually had that look on his face. Which one?
He looked at his corner like, hey guys, y'all see this?
Yeah.
Like y'all didn't coach me up on this. And I listen. There was 2 fights that night. The fight between Canelo and Crawford, and the fight between me and Sleep, because I missed the fight.
I think you lost that fight, didn't you?
I lost. Me and Canelo both was standing over there like, what happened? Why did it take so long?
Man, because it's so dramatic. It was in Las Vegas. It's just too much. It's just too much.
You can't start a fight at 10 o'clock. I mean, I could stay up to 11. Maybe. But I remember when I was a kid, the fight started at like 7, 8 o'clock. So the main event,
you just never knew about the main event. You just thought that was the fight. That's what it was. When you was a kid, you're like, oh, this is great. No.
Hey, that was the only time my parents allowed us to stay up late is when there was a big fight on TV.
Yeah.
And 10 o'clock, we were like, oh man, we got to stay up to 10 o'clock. This is midnight.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I got to do radio the next day.
Crawford now has 4 belts. He's at 106. Need to go to sleep. Right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Get yourself a dose of positivity.
I am a positivity magnet.
Right now.
With a tremendous amount of positivity.
Okay, it's happening. It's the Hardge Knocks Life with Mike Hardge.
Coming up in the next segment, Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone. Welcome back to the morning kick. Radio, AM 1300, The Zone. And the 30. We're going, yeah.
Which one we doing first?
Which one is easier for you to do?
It doesn't matter.
The 15 is works.
So it's HEB 15.
Yeah. Let me pull up the address and everything.
So we're doing that one from scratch.
Yeah, we're doing all this. September 16th. I'll be there from 4 to 6. See more from her. All right, I'm ready.